Hey everyone, it's Steph. Happy Earth Day. I wanted to take a minute today to talk about something that I've been doing in my life to help the planet and make things a little bit easier for myself. So if you've been here a while, you know that right now I'm in the middle of a huge transition from a 5-year stint of pregnancy and breastfeeding and having small children to starting to get my body back and be myself again. And a big part of that for me is getting clothes that fit me and feel really good and I feel really good wearing. So I'm doing a huge wardrobe overhaul. These things do not happen overnight. It takes time. Along the way, I've learned a ton about how to choose good quality clothes and then how to make them last. Of course, we're gonna talk about laundry in this video. So today I've partnered with Tru Earth, who are leading the charge on zero waste laundry. Since they've started, they've saved more than 3 million plastic laundry jugs from hitting landfills, and that is a big deal. I've done tons of research on how to pick the best quality clothes and how to make them last as long as possible, and today I'm going to share all those tips with you. So let's get started. So the first thing to think about is buying high quality clothing in high quality fabrics, learning to step away from fast fashion brands. If you don't know what fast fashion is, jump into that rabbit hole on Google. Oh, it's pretty scary. So fast fashion brands, most of their clothing will not make it past 3 washes, and I've had lots of things not make it past 1 wash because the fabrics maybe aren't sewn together properly, they're not very good quality fabrics, all kinds of things. Usually if you're buying a more high quality product, not only will it last longer, but it will look better on your body. If the fabrics are heavier and more high quality, it will sit better and fall better the way it's supposed to. So it'll be more flattering for you too. One huge misconception I had about buying quality clothing is that it was going to cost a fortune. Now I will say it usually costs a little bit more than buying fast fashion, but you do not have to break the bank. There are tons of really good brands that sell high quality clothing at a really affordable price. If you're looking at luxury brands, a lot of times you're just paying for that brand name. Yes, their goods are still really high quality, but there's that extra price tacked on top to have a logo or just the name of it. So really try to find those stores and those brands that are selling really high quality clothes at a price point that works for you. Another really amazing way to find high quality clothing at budget prices is to go thrifting. And you know I love thrift shopping. This has exploded in popularity in the last few years, and now you don't even have to leave your house. There are websites like Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, selling all kinds of amazing vintage clothes. If you already know the quality of those brands, you're probably guaranteed to pick up something that's gonna work for you. So I highly recommend looking at your local thrift store or consignment store. You can get rid of some of your clothes, get some money back, maybe trade them for some new things. You will find some amazing hidden gems for just a couple of bucks. Okay, so once you've found some really high quality pieces that look amazing on you, you're probably gonna wanna make them last forever. The secret to making your clothes last as long as possible is knowing exactly how to do your laundry. If you're like me, you might have thought, yeah, I know how to do laundry. You put the clothes in the washing machine, you put them in the dryer, and you put them back in the drawer. Well, there's a little bit more to it than that. To begin with, you're probably doing your laundry way more often than it needs to. This one was a hard one to wrap my head around. I'm the kind of person that gets a spot on a shirt, I throw it in the laundry and carry on with my day. But that's not the best practice. The more you put your clothes through the laundry cycle, the faster they wear out. So first of all, we're gonna minimize the amount of times we're washing them, which is a good thing, less laundry to do. So the first tip for laundry is wash sparingly. Don't wash it if it doesn't absolutely have to be cleaned. The first step in doing less laundry is protecting your clothing from getting dirty in the first place. One easy tip is wearing undergarments underneath your clothes that you can wash often so you don't have to wash the outer layers as much. Another one that I know you probably have in your house is wear an apron when you cook or use a napkin when you eat to protect food stains from hitting your clothing. If you have little kids like me, getting food and stuff splattered all over your clothes is kind of part of life. So learn how to spot wash clothing. Instead of throwing the whole shirt into the wash, spot wash those little dirty, crusty spots. You can use just water and mild detergent. Most of the time it'll come out. Another really easy tip is when you take your clothes off at the end of the day, don't throw them in a pile on the floor. Don't even throw them in the laundry hamper. Examine them for stains or things that might need to be cleaned right away. And if they don't need to be cleaned, hang them up so they can air out. Often our clothes don't smell as bad as we think they do, but they'll smell worse if you throw them into the laundry basket with workout clothes or outdoor clothes or work clothes or kids' clothes. So hang that stuff up right away at the end of the day. Don't throw it on the floor. Eventually, however, your clothes are gonna start to smell and they're just gonna have to go into the wash. So once that happens, the most important thing to do here is follow the laundry instructions on your clothes. We've all seen the little symbols. I'll be totally honest, I didn't know what half of them meant, but I did a little bit of research, and you know what? It's not that scary, it's not that complicated. Another important thing to remember when you're washing your clothes is to use the right amount of soap. If you put too much soap in, you'll notice your clothes start to feel grimy and greasy. The only real way to get that out is to strip them in the bathtub. I'll link to a laundry stripping video. It's pretty satisfying. Over the past year, I've been using Tru Earth's laundry detergent strips. They look like this. I first started using them because they were a zero waste alternative, but once I started using them, I fell in love. Not only because they're small, light, and easy to use, but the measurement of the soap is so accurate. If I have a large load, I use 1 strip. If I have a small load, I rip it in half. I use half a strip. I absolutely love using my Tru Earth laundry strips, especially because now my rags don't smell at all. I think I might have had a soap problem in the past. This is my 1-year supply of Tru Earth laundry strips. That's it. All my laundry, and it'll probably last me longer than a year in one little box. So if you're looking for a really easy, low waste alternative for your laundry soap, head down to the description. I'll link to their website, and make sure you enter the code SECRETSLOB10 for 10% off your order. Try it for Earth Day. I promise you'll absolutely fall in love. Most of the research I did about doing laundry leads me down a path of doing less laundry, which is a win in my books. It might mean you have to do a little bit of hand washing or spot treatments, but overall your laundry loads should go down, especially if you're taking extra steps to protect your clothing from getting dirty in the first place. In terms of kids' clothes, we could be doing stain treatments forever, so I like to separate mine into good clothes and play clothes. Once one of the good clothes gets stained or ripped or wrecked, it can just head over into the play clothes department, and it really doesn't matter what happens to those. They're on their way out anyways. The easiest, most simple way to extend your clothes that I learned from a friend who works in a clothing boutique is to wash your clothes sparingly, wash them on cold, and hang them to dry. If you just do those and not anything else I've talked about in this video, you will extend the life of your clothes by at least 2. Eventually, our clothes are just gonna start wearing out. One thing I'm really trying to bring back is mending my clothes. If something gets a hole, learning how to sew a little hole or fix something up isn't too hard. You could even take it to a seamstress if it really needed to be fixed. Repurposing old items into new things. I know I have t-shirts that have become pajama shirts, that have become paint shirts, or if you have sewing skills, you could even repurpose something into an entirely new item of clothing, especially if the fabric's good and it just has a hole or a tear or a stain. There's no limit to what you can do when you get creative with your clothing. One of my personal favorite things to do is have a clothing swap. I learned about it from my friend Diane in Denmark. She always has clothing swaps with her friends. They bring good quality items to the party, and everyone else can have a look, try things on, and swap them out for something new. It happens to everybody. You buy something really nice and it just never really ends up fitting into your wardrobe. So pass it along to a friend. Or if it's just not working, you can always take it to the consignment store or sell it on Poshmark and make some of that money back. Last but not least, if your clothes finally wear out until they're just strings, turn them into rags, turn them into cleaning cloths. A high quality cotton sock or cotton t-shirt will clean a window really well. You can use it as a dusting rag, you can use it to catch paint, you can use it as a paint smock for your kids. There is no end to what you can do with your clothing. Thank you so much for joining me for this special Earth Day edition. I love reading the comment section. Make sure to leave some of your favorite quality clothing brands, laundry tips, and ways to repurpose clothing in the comments. I can't wait to see what you come up with. I will talk to you very soon. Bye.